Hey guys, welcome everybody here at the AL.com headquarters in Birmingham. I'm Matt Scalisi here with Liz Louder over on the left, and then right here, Jeremiah Castille, a member of the Alabama Crimson Tide from the late 70s to early 80s. When was your final season?
1982.
He was a member of Bear Bryant's final team at Alabama, and that means he was also a part of the historic 315th victory. And if you've lived in the state of Alabama in the last 35 years, you've probably seen these commemorative Coke bottles that sit on a shelf, probably somewhere in your house or in the house of somebody you love. And we found a few of these online. We're actually going to see how they've held up over the years. We're going to taste them. We're going to see if they're still drinkable. Liz and I have volunteered to do this very important experiment for you. And in the meantime, we're going to ask Jeremiah just his memories about this game and you know what this has meant to you over the course of the years since then. So first of all, just tell me about the being a part of that game. What was the hype like at the time when everybody was heading towards this record-breaking victory? Do you remember kind of sensing that from outside the team that this was going to be a big deal?
Well, Matt, I had a chance to be in the 300 game.
Okay, sure.
And playing on the 79 national championship team, I probably didn't see it as big a deal because of those 79 national championship and then the 300 game.
Right.
So you've got two on this bottle.
Yeah,
that's right.
So I would have by then, by 1981, I was playing for Coach Bryant and being around who he was. It wasn't probably as big a deal, but when I look back on it, it is a big deal.
Yeah, and you see, I mean, obviously you've been in the state, you see the 315 stuff everywhere. Is this something that kind of sticks out to you? Do you get a feeling when you see those things commemorating these games that you were a part of, that they're still displayed everywhere?
Well, I have them at my house. Matter of fact, I was looking at the bottle, like I have about 2 or 3 of those in my basement.
Yeah.
And you sit on a shelf. That's literally why I have them on the shelf. I don't think I'll try to drink them, but
no, we
got a cold one for you today if you change your mind.
But you know what was great about that game is there's a run for me when I think just Lenny Patrick makes a run that is just a tremendous run in that game to help us win that game. And if you know Lenny's history, there was some situations he had his run-ins with Coach Bryant.
Sure.
But that run that he made is a run in the game that really stands out to me, and that just defies how when we had a goal of trying to achieve something, different players would step up.
Well, let's go ahead and start cracking these open. Liz, you got the bottle opener right there.
Yeah.
And I'll ask you too. So, I mean, just as Liz mentioned, there's a few other notable games mentioned on this bottle. The 300th win, the national championship you were a part of, the 315th win that broke the record, and you also were a part of the Liberty Bowl, Coach Bryant's final game. You had a great game in that game, if I recall. A few interceptions, right?
Yes, that was the greatest, probably memorable game for me. And I would say not just statistically, but it was his last game emotionally. The 4 years that I played, winning the 79 national championship, but that game being Coach Bryant's last game emotionally for me, it's just it was. You'd have to play for Coach Bryant to know what I'm talking about, how you felt about him, your relationship with him. So for me to be a part of it was his last game, and it was my last game.
Yeah. So does that one probably stick out to you the most of any of the games you played at Alabama?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you knew me back then, I didn't say a whole lot. I didn't talk a lot. And right before the Capitals go out in that game, I had a prompting to get up. I actually raised my hand and said, "Coach, can I say something?" And he nodded, yeah. And I got up, and I was very emotional. And I said, Coach, I want to thank you for the opportunity to play here. I said, 4 years ago, I came here as an 18-year-old boy. Tonight, I'll leave as a 22-year-old man. And there's no way we're going to lose that game. Man, I'm telling you, it fired our team up. That was probably one of the hardest hitting games you ever see an Alabama team.
That's great. So before we get to this, because I don't want to overshadow the important stuff with our potential illness to follow drinking this Coke. But you're still involved with the football program. Can you talk a little bit about what your role is today with that?
Well, I returned this season will be 15 years ago as chaplain, and this will be my 15th season, and it is just a privilege really for me to be able to go back and serve. It's a volunteer position that we have, and I just enjoy being around the players and the coaches on a weekly basis and doing just a small part to see our players continue to succeed and see the university football program succeed.
Well, we may need your prayers here and
Yeah.
with divine intervention. Let's go ahead and taste these, Liz, and we'll see how they hold
You
up.
have to cheer.
Yeah, here. Cheers.
Thoughts about what else we might add to it, certainly the timeline that we've used.
Wow. Okay. It actually doesn't taste like Coke anymore.
No.
But it's
This
not.
This got to be like Coca-Cola Classic, you know?
Now that's true. There's probably different ingredients in it.
There have to be
Um,
different ingredients.
It's not bad, really. I mean, it's kind of got a smoother taste to it.
It's
It's
like
definitely not carbonated anymore.
when you get an icy and it's Coke flavored,
Yeah, sure.
and there's just too much of the flavoring, I guess. I mean, I'm going to keep drinking it.
Yeah. It's got a twang. There's some kind of aftertaste to it, which is not unexpected, I guess. But it's not bad. It's just
No.
not. It doesn't taste flat either. There's a lot of flavor
You
happening.
think if
still.
we had Golden Flake, it would taste better?
I think so. Maybe that's the necessary
That's
accompaniment.
what's missing.
Yeah.
This was missing.
So, you sure we can't talk you into trying this?
I'm sure.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, Jeremiah Castille, thank you very much for joining us for this
Thank you,
and
man.
sharing your memories with us.
Thank you all. Roll Tide.